Ago crossed to Uma Sudhir now, who's been tracking all these developments through the day, Uma, and the Congress being accused of carrying out this witch hunt or vendetta. Now you have an MLA warning against Allu Arjun movies. Also, will the actor be summoned again for further questioning? All right, we will just try and fix that audio with Uma there, who's been tracking these developments. Allu Arjun today visited the police station in Hyderabad, where he was questioned by the police for over 4 hours. Earlier, there was some news that he might be taken to the theatre, but he wasn't taken. Let's go back to Uma. Uma, what more can we expect? Will he be questioned again?
So the police is wanting to call him once again for questioning because they need to, one, finish the statement, and they also want to bring him to Sandhya Theatre for a reconstruction of the events. Already the notice that they had brought in yesterday had mentioned about the possibility of him being brought to Sandhya Theatre. The comment that we ran earlier of the Congress MLA, I must point out that it is to avoid an escalation of tensions and to avoid these multiple voices from coming out, that the Chief Minister has now issued a diktat saying that no Congress spokesperson, no minister shall speak about the Allu Arjun issue. Of course, he himself had spoken about it in the assembly. That was because of a question that was raised by MIM leader Akbaruddin, and of course the Congress government felt that they needed to clear their own name in the public space and create a perception about why that action was necessary and why they had booked cases against Allu Arjun. I have with me Vijay, who has a very important thing to tell us, because he was an eyewitness to what happened that day, because he was present at the theatre on the evening of December 4, exactly 20 days ago. What did you see, and why do you feel that, whose culpability was it?
So firstly, I'd like to make it very clear that I'm neither fan of Allu Arjun, nor am I trying to allege unreasonable things against the government. As an eyewitness, I was here at around 9 p.m. on the 4th of December. And I had no idea that such amount of crowd is going to be here. And there was close to 1,000, 2,000 or even 3,000 people here who had already had the idea that Mr. Allu Arjun is going to visit the theatre. And it doesn't matter how many letters you changed to and fro between the Sandhya Theatre, Mr. Allu Arjun and the police. It is very clear that the police theatre is just a kilometre away from here, and you had close to 3,000 people who gathered in front of the theatre.
And you were also mentioning to me that on social media and on other platforms, it was being advertised saying that Allu Arjun is going to be present here.
So, from what I heard, and the fact is that the PR team of Mr. Allu Arjun made it very obvious that he is going to visit Sandhya Theatre, which happens to be one of the main theatres in the city where they usually showcase the first benefit show. And having had this idea, the police deployed close to 20-25 odd people from what I could see, and they were trying to make way to all the VIPs and the film crew to enter the theatre, whereas there was nobody here to check the tickets, nor to control the crowd, nor there was any single barricade or a rope in place. So my point here is the police are over enthusiastic in trying to prevent the politicians and all of them under the to prevent any sort of law and order situation. Why haven't they prevented Mr. Allu Arjun from entering the premises? Why didn't they send him back if he wasn't given any permission? So here, instead of trying to blame each other, everybody has to own up to what their mistake is. So it was not the fact that Allu Arjun is completely at fault. Yes, he is at fault, and so is the police, and so is the government. It's the government who gave the permission and who were charged 1,100 rupees for each ticket. And what did they give us in return? They gave us lati charge.
So that is an unfortunate, sequence of events that happened. But Vijay pointing out that when it was known publicly that Allu Arjun is going to come, why wasn't the police prepared for it? So this is an important question, perhaps, that the police will have to answer, and the courts also presumably will be asking this question, because Vijay has also gone to the police station and actually lodged a complaint there, raising these very questions as a citizen of Hyderabad. Back to you, Gargi.